San Francisco Giants baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.
Tonight, a couple of Cy Youngs are on display. Tim Lincecum and Zach Greinke both took the award home in 2009. Now they're facing off in a marquee matchup here at AT Park. Both right-handers are looking to get their teams back on track in the first game of the series. Lincecum, Greinke, Giants, Brewers, and it's next.
We're coming to you from the corner of 3rd and King. That's right, it's AT Park as we get ready to begin this three-game series, Giants and Brewers. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Giants got swept by the Marlins, so they're 0 of their last 3. And, you come into this series and you're hoping maybe to get a softie, a guy that's not very good. Well, that's not the case. They get Zach Greinke.
Well, and he is a Cy Young Award winner. In fact, there's 2 of them out there tonight. Now, all we've seen this whole homestand has been great pitching, and we're not thinking it's going to be any different tonight with these 2 on the hill. So the key to tonight's ball game, you've got to win the war of the 90s. You have to be able to limit mistakes. You have to hit all your cutoff people. You got to make your plays defensively. You can't be walking people. This figures to be another one-run ball game, and the team that plays the cleanest game is going to win this game. All right,
all good points. All right, when we come back, Amy G is going to take a look at a great moment for Connor Gillespie. That's right, Connor takes a tour. Amy G with that moment right after this.
And by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
It's a new day and a new team is in town. Your San Francisco Giants sputtering a bit, being swept by the Marlins, but they're going to try and get back on track in Game 1 of this 3-game series against the Milwaukee Brewers. Welcome back to AT&T Park. I'm Amy Gutierrez, and Connor Gillespie made his 2012 debut yesterday. The Giants hoping he can help out defensively as well as at the plate. Last season he gave the Giants a nice boost when he hit his first major league home run. It is our forward right choice this evening. We're taking a look back because it's a good one. It's an inside the park home run. He ropes it into Triple's alley. He's able to leg it out, and he even overcomes a nasty spill. Oops, didn't mean to do that, but it doesn't matter. And once he gets to home plate, he needs to take a little rest to process the entire thing. Hey, who said scoring runs needed to be pretty, right? Connor is the 4th San Francisco Giant to hit an inside the Parker as his first career home run. The last Giant to do so, Dax Jones in 1996. All right, Tim Lincecum will be on the hill this evening. The Giants looking for him to be the stopper. Crook and Kipe will have lineups and first pitch shortly, but after these messages, we're going to check in with our Comcast Sportsnet studios for an update. Stay with us.
of this series. Our game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. It is another chilly night here at the yard, 52 degrees. We got winds at 9 miles per hour. You see where the humidity is at, and the forecast is partly cloudy. Hangar 1, made here in San Francisco, California, is providing aerial coverage tonight from their very own blimp. So, Hangar 1, thank you.
Shaken, not stirred.
And we said it the other day. Well, we said it yesterday. There isn't a better city in this great country of ours to have a blimp to show you some shots of not just this beautiful ballpark, but the whole region.
Well, we're going to see some great shots. It's a great time of night for it.
All right, let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. It'll go like this. It'll be Carlos Gomez, the speedy center fielder. He'll lead things off, followed by the slumping Ricky Weeks and then Corey Hart. Pretty good numbers against Lincecum for Hart. No Braun, so it's Ramirez, Gonzalez, then Jonathan Lucroy. The former Giant, Travis Ishikawa hitting 7th, and Morgan, followed by Zach Greinke.
A meeting of our umpires. Ed Hickox is going to be the plate umpire. And then Ed Rapuano, Angel Hernandez, Mark Carlson will be the crew talking things over. Ron Wotus, Ron Renicky, the skipper of the Brewers, going over the local ground rules. There are a few quaint little oddities of this ballpark that have to be discussed before each game. There you see the umpires.
A couple of teams that have many losing streaks tonight. The Giants have lost 3 in a row. The Brewers have lost 2 in a row. This is the 3rd leg of a 3-city road trip for Milwaukee. There's Ish.
Yeah, he's a big part of that 2010 team. Remember a one at bat he had in that Atlanta series. It was a walk, but it was a huge at bat. The Giants have come back.
See, I see some chin hair for Ish.
Eesh. Good guy.
Yeah, very good guy.
He was a good Giant.
The Giants are a game under 500. Six and 6 at home. There you see the good shot of Travis Ishikawa. During the ring ceremony, Ishikawa had not made the team, but he came out anyway. That's a good moment. That
was
whole
a good
day.
night.
My goodness.
I want to do that again.
Well, you just want to wear tails again.
Yep, that too. Let's take a look at the starting pitcher tonight for the Giants. It's going to be Tim Lincecum, the 27-year-old right-hander, 5'11", 165-pounder. This is what he has done in 5 starts. 2-2 with a 5.74 ERA. However, his last 2 outings, he has been outstanding. He has gone 13 innings. He's allowed 7 hits, 1 earned run. He has struck out 13. When he's right, you're going to see a fastball 88 to 92 area with a curveball, slider, and a split that he will use as a changeup. Lifetime against these Milwaukee Brewers, 3-3 with a 4.5 ERA. If you remember when he first started the big leagues, they were hard on him, but he has since sort of righted the ship against the Milwaukeeans. Let's take a look at the defense that will be playing behind Lincecum tonight. The Giants have made 28 errors as a team. There's only one team in the National League has made more, and that's the Padres at 29. They need to improve. Cabrera, Pagan, Blanco, that's your outfield. Crawford getting a night off at shortstop. Joaquin Arias playing short, joined with Gillespie. That is the left side of the infield. Burris and Bell on the right side. And Buster Posey will be in the squad. Put down the signs.
the pitch grips that Lincecum will use tonight. 4-seam fastball. And then there's the 2-seam fastball. He uses that a lot. I mean, he likes that grip more comfortable to his hand. Then he throws his curveball, pressure point on the middle finger, and then there's the cutter. And those guys hold their slider about the same. He moves it up a little bit. Again, he throws it off the middle finger. And then the split, which he calls his changeup, with a 2-fingered or with a 2-seam grip.
All right, here we go. We got baseball here tonight. Is Carlos Gomez stands in, and the first pitch of the ball game is up and in. So we just started at 7:18. Gomez hitting .292 with a home run, 5 RBIs. And that hit him. So right off the bat, Lincecum will be in the stretch.
Well, and you've got speed.
So that'll bring up Ricky Weeks. So right off the bat, Lincecum in the stretch. Weeks has been struggling. 172 with 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. There's Corey Hart on deck. And a soft flip, just letting Gomez know that I will throw over there, even though it's a toss that's not very hard. 5 steals, been thrown out twice. Inside, 1 ball and no strikes. So Lincecum right now trying to figure something out, and Posey's going to have a chat.
Usually when he goes out there to chat, if he's having some problems with the fastball command, he'll encourage him to throw other pitches. He may have seen something mechanical. He may have seen that left shoulder fly out. Always a concern as to what type of fastball command he will have on any given night. We always look for him to be able to control the corners at the knees. If he's hit the knee-high location, he's going to be tough. That means his release points out front and everything seems to follow. Curveball, slider, split, they all become good once he can get out front with that release.
2-0. Corey Hart to follow.
As you mentioned, Ricky Weeks is slumping, but he is dangerous. Lots and lots of power.
He's 2 for 19 on this road trip. 3-0, and the home plate umpire is Ed Hickox.
And he can be a little weird with his zone. I mean, he can bounce around a bit. He will give some width on the outer half of the plate to both lefties and righties, but you got to convince him that you could throw strikes in order to get that width.
Gomez goes, and the pitch is inside, ball 4.
You can see first innings, he was always good early in his career. And last year he was very good. I mean, you're talking about first innings all year. Now, so far he's got 9. I mean, talked about how the first few starts weren't very good. It was the problem was in the first inning. And here again, he's flirting with danger.
Here's Corey Hart. 1 ball and no strikes. Hart hitting .280 with 6 home runs, 13 driven in. Up the middle, Burris. Arias could not make the exchange. The out is called at second base. So the Giants got half the play. And it'll put runners at first and third with 1 out.
Well, nice stop by Burris. Not much of a flip. And I thought Arias did an excellent job ad-libbing with that ball on the ground. So you see he did come in contact with the bag, and he had possession of the ball. And you can see this on our X-Mo. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. But this is a nice play by Arias coming across here. Ricky Weeks is breathing down his neck. He didn't have time to really get a good grip on the ball. With Corey Hart, I don't think they'd have had it anyway.
Here's Aramis Ramirez. Ramirez hitting .207, a couple of home runs, 10 RBIs. And Ramirez takes down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Aramis Ramirez 4 for 18 in his career against Tim Lincecum. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He was a little greedy with that swing. 91-mile-an-hour fastball. I mean, that's good velocity. We're seeing him have here in the first inning. The last couple of games, he started out in that first at 88 miles an hour. In fact, the first pitch he had was 88. The 124th he had was an 88-mile-an-hour fastball.
Hart does not have much of a lead, and this is just inside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
You're not going to get many balls called outside the knees. In other words, that catcher Posey sets his target and he puts his glove right between his knees. If he sets up on the outside corner and the ball goes in this side of the plate, even if it's across the inside corner, if it's not between his knees, you're not going to get it with Hickox for the most part.
3-1 on the high fastball.
Boy, he's pushed himself in a hole here. Another good pitch to hit for Ramirez.
See if Hart goes with the count 3-1. And Lincecum will take a peek at both base runners. Hart's got 1 steal on the season. There's Alex Gonzalez on deck, just underway. Lincecum trying to find that strike zone. Looking into Buster Posey, and now everybody's ready. And the walk.
Pretty easy take. So a hit batsman and 2 walks, and you talk about a rally for free, and that's going to bring Dave Righetti out to try and solve this mechanical problem that Lincecum is having right now. 13 pitches, 2 strikes.
One was a swing and a miss that wasn't a strike.
13 pitches, 1 strike.
And I can't remember the other one. Oh, they put it in play. That's right. See, the walks for Lincecum are definitely up.
He's up his last 2 starts. Had 4 in 8 innings against San Diego. Had 5 in 5 innings in New York.
So here's Alex Gonzalez. Lincecum had trouble with Gonzalez last year when he was with the Braves. First pitch important. Is low and in for a ball, 1-0.
And they're not close to the strike zone. And when you're this wild, you don't usually get corner strikes from umpires. The strike zone becomes a lot smaller.
One ball and 1 strike.
Loads up that back leg, way in the inside part of his foot. His hips are cocked. I mean, that release point is good. We watched him throw down in the bullpen, and he was out front. I mean, there's no push in that delivery. He's got some snap, which tells you that he's got a pretty good fastball tonight, 90-91.
1-2.
That was nasty. Like a split. Indeed it was. And look at this thing just drop off. Throw a good one like that, you got a 1-2 count. You got to figure he's going to throw another one.
He's at the belt. Gets away from Buster Posey. And safe at home is Gomez, and it's 1-0 Milwaukee. So the wild pitch puts a run on the board.
Well, we always talk about the two toughest pitches to block for catchers are fastballs and splits, simply because they're not predictable. Breaking balls, you know what they're going to do. They're going to come back to you. You can allow for it here. You just try and do the best you can. This one spits away to the left of Posey, and the wildness of Lincecum continues. Very close play.
And very speedy. Carlos Gomez. Got him.
Oh, Gonzalez. I mean, he swung the 2 balls around the strike zone. He kind of helped Lincecum out. Let's take a look at the effort from Posey. A little backhanded push as Gomez swings wide. And Hickok's right on top of it, signaling safe.
Here's Jonathan Lucroy hitting .279, a couple of home runs, 8 RBIs. And a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Lucroy in 7 at-bats against Lincecum, a couple of hits. Five for 15 on this Brewers road trip. Up the middle. Burris dives. He can't get it. Hart scores. Ramirez scores, and it's 3-0. Boy, that's the hit that teams look for.
Well, you're right. I mean, you're a pitcher. You get to 2 outs. You think, all right, I can minimize this damage. I can get this guy. And all of a sudden, you get a guy like Lucroy who's not greedy, thinking back up the middle, and that's exactly what he does. That's a very disciplined at bat, and that's a backbreaker.
So here's Travis Ishikawa. Ishikawa hitting .172, a couple of home runs, 5 RBIs. He's 1 for 10 on this road trip. Foul back to even the count. This is the 3rd game in a row the Giants have given up runs in the first inning. That's pulled on the ground, foul. Look out.
Oh, the old left-hander. That's left ground. That's a wrestling match right there.
Indeed it was. 1-2. Out of play, off the backstop.
91-mile-an-hour fastball. Definitely the best fastball that he's had start of a game this year.
Hit on the ground, fair. Belt backhands it, inning over. Giants already have work to do. 3 runs for the Brewers. Here's the lineup that Bruce Bochy wrote out. It'll be Blanco, Gillespie, and Cabrera. Buster Posey will be the cleanup hitter. See his numbers against the Brewers. Lifetime pretty good. Pagan Belt, Arias 7th, Burris 8th, Lincecum 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Brewers will be Zach Greinke. Greinke, 6'2", 198-pounder. He's 28 years old in his 8th year at the big league level. And this is what he has done in 5 starts, 3-1, 3.94 ERA. He is literally unbeatable back in Milwaukee. He has not lost a game at Miller's Field, or Miller's Park rather. 30 strikeouts against 9 walks. He's got a fastball that'll go 92, 94 miles per hour. He'll 2-seam and 4-seam. And really a good fastball with exceptional corner command. And you'll see a lot of knee highs with everything he throws tonight. A slider, a cutter, curveball, changeup. He gives you a lot of different looks, a lot of different movement, and you see the discrepancy. At home, 13-0, 2.90. On the road, 6-7 with a 5.11. And lefties, in particular on the road, have given him problems. And if you look up and down the Giants lineup tonight, they got a lot of lefties they're throwing at him.
So first it'll be Blanco. Blanco hitting at 300. He's got 4 RBIs. Blanco in the loss yesterday went 3 for 3 and he walked once. And another sellout crowd tonight. It is Orange Friday. This is fouled out of play. Many of these Giants have never faced Greinke before during the regular season. Blanco being one of them. Melky Cabrera and Joaquin Arias are the only Giants hitters that have faced Greinke.
His best slider is his best strikeout pitch when I see it right now. That's a good one. A straight down bite. He gets out of a lot of jams with that pitch, and he's not afraid to throw it any count either.
Bounces this one to Ishikawa, and Blanco's retired.
Let's take a look at the defense that the Brewers will employ behind Greinke. It'll be Morgan, Gomez, and Hart. That's your outfield. Gonzalez and Ramirez on the left side. Weeks and Ishikawa on the right side. Lucroy will be in the squad, putting down the signs. Corey Hart's got an excellent arm. 24 assists since 2007. It's strong and it is accurate. It's what a right fielder's arm should be.
Here's Connor Gillespie. His first game yesterday with the Giants, he went 1 for 3. Gillespie was tearing it up in the minor leagues, playing now for the injured Sandoval. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls this one back. 362 in Fresno. 3 home runs, 13 RBIs, 6 doubles.
And he put on gloves tonight.
I thought he might wear the Texan gloves that they handed out.
Hey, they were very cool. Did you see them?
Absolutely. Bounces this one to Ishikawa. Greinke covering, 2 down. And here's Melky Cabrera. There you are. Did you get any? I didn't get any.
No.
Dave and John each got a pair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But they text all the time. See, that's exactly what they're for.
Here's Cabrera. 2 for 11 lifetime against Zach Greinke. First pitch strike, and it's 0-1. It's the thing that Lincecum couldn't do in the top of this inning. Line drive, base hit for Cabrera.
tell you, you kids who are watching Melky Cabrera play, watch how he turns first base and gets himself in position to take the extra base. I mean, he charges down the line. Opposite field at bat, excellent. Now watch him turn and put pressure right there. Boom. I mean, he's in position. If there's a bobble, if there's any kind of a mess up in the outfield, he's going to be in position to take that extra bag.
Here's Buster Posey. Foul back. Good swing by Buster Posey.
Got what he was looking for.
Down low to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
And that's the cutter that he came up with this year. See a lot of guys using it. It's an easy pitch to throw. It is also an easy pitch to hurt your arm on. So you have to be careful.
Good pitch at the knees. 1-2. Zach Greinke has never faced the Giants before. Cabrera started to go in the dirt. It's 2-2. After you see that pitch in the dirt, you kick yourself for not going. Two and two to Buster Posey with Angel Pagan on deck. And Posey hangs in there.
That's a nasty slider he just fought off. When Zach Greinke gets it going, I mean, he combines great stuff with great command. I mean, he's got a guy that gives you a lot to hit. He will wear the corners of the plate out.
Two and two to Buster Posey. And it's a full count.
Little teaser there with the slider. Posey laid off.
Three and two. Cabrera will take off. Posey fouls it into the seats.
He's having some pretty healthy cuts in those fastballs.
Good workout for Melky Cabrera. The orange tops on Orange Friday for these Giants. That'll do it. We'll head to the second inning. 3-0 Milwaukee.
Bay Area is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com.
Milwaukee 3, San Francisco nothing. Nyjer Morgan will lead it off here in the second. And Lincecum throws a fastball, and Morgan lines it into right field for a base hit. All right, let's check in with Amy G.
Hey, Dwayne, we have an update for fans on Pablo Sandoval. Successful surgery this morning at 7:15 a.m. The left hamate was removed from his hand, so now those little buggers aren't going to be a problem anymore. He came back to the park, said hi to some teammates, and he gets the night off. That happens if you have surgery. Head trainer David Greschner will take a look at the incision tomorrow, but said the plan is to just let it heal. He'll be able to grab a baseball and a bat in a couple of weeks, gentlemen.
All right, here's Greinke, who should be trying to bunt.
Did she say boogers or boogers?
She said buggers, but if she said boogers, it wouldn't be the first time she said it. She's got kids.
That's true.
Low, 1 ball and no strikes.
Lincecum fighting that fastball right now. It's not cooperating. When you have a rough inning like he had the first, you worry about that leadoff hitter the next inning, and Nyjer Morgan, boom, put himself right on.
There's the bunt. It's a good one. So Morgan in scoring position. It's a great shot of the Golden Gate Bridge.
I want that picture in my house.
I know. You look out over into the ocean as the sun sets.
Right past Fort Cronkite. Up towards Stinson Beach.
Keep going. You're on a roll.
Out towards the Farallons.
Okay. Keep going.
Amazing.
Double look to second. And Gomez takes low. Morgan, he's fast, so he might think about it. 2 balls and no strikes. Lincecum has been pretty consistent to that one spot. However, it's not a strike.
And this becomes a big pitch here. He's created a lot of good hitting counts today. And the Brewers are not the type of team you want to let them own you.
It's pulled on the ground foul.
You keep giving him to him 1-0 counts, 2-0 counts, 3-1 counts. And it makes for a long night. I mean, they're a team that does well on those counts. Aren't many teams that don't.
Gomez with a good swing right there. It's 2-2.
Oh, he had a good pitch to hit. That was kind of a lazy slider that just kind of hung up out over the belt flat.
Two and two. And he got him.
And the high fastball has been his strikeout pitch. He got Gonzalez in the first, same location. He's setting the target on the outside corner, and he's throwing up above the hands.
See Ryan Braun, a bit of an Achilles problem. So Wednesday coming out of the box, feeling it. Ricky Weeks walked in the first. Bounces this one foul. Part of that first inning where Milwaukee scored 3 runs on 1 hit.
Oh, let's check out the technique in our ball, dude. I got it. Yeah. Larry Harrison We got to keep our eye on Larry.
I don't know. I think he would have had it. Lincecum will step off, ignoring the fact that Burris had snuck in behind Morgan. Weeks takes high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yep. There's a cheeser.
Yep. You can always tell a person from Wisconsin. You just can tell. I don't know what it is.
And tight, it's 2 balls and a strike. Yeah, that. I wouldn't have suspected that guy was from Wisconsin.
There's just something about that guy that leads me to believe that he's from the state of Wisconsin.
They make some great cheeses in the valley and up north. Could be from there.
Yeah, it's true.
Two balls and a strike. Weeks asked for time.
It's a helpless feeling when you can't control that fastball. Or you don't know where it's going. It's got a mind of its own. And that's where he's at right now. He cannot rely on it.
3-1.
That was a breaking ball. I mean, you got to go away from the fastball. You have to try and throw something you can get across the plate. And right now, he doesn't have a go-to pitch.
So Weeks will sit on something here. And he'll take his second walk. Well, the Rockies make their first trip to AT&T Park. It's a 2-game series, Monday and Tuesday. Both are night games. So check out the dynamic deal page on sfgiants.com. There are still $8 tickets available for both of those Rockies games. sfgiants.com. Here's Corey Hart. 2 outs. There's that one spot he keeps hitting.
Yeah, I mean, that's where his release point is. And he's all the way on the first base side of the rubber. But this is when, if you're missing in one spot, you move around. That's why a lot of guys like to start off in the middle, so if they do have a problem, I guess they can go left or right. He's only got one place he can go, and that's to the third base side. But really, he's so consistent to the one spot. I mean, everything's fine. I mean, that release point is as good as we've seen him have. It's just that he's not able to command it in the strike zone.
So that's a breaking ball high. So now it's 3-0. And the walk. So now they're loaded. And now the bullpen's going to get to go.
Well, Bruce Bochy has got no choice. If you have a pitcher that cannot get it in the strike zone with anything, you've got to get somebody else greased up. It's going to be Travis Blackley who's going to head back down to the Giants pen to get started. I mean, it's you're looking at his mechanics, and from the side, they're looking pretty good. They're looking better than they have looked. But right about now, you start moving around on the mound. Set your target. If you're Posey, you set up on that outside corner to the right-hander. Set it wide. And maybe just by changing your target, you might get it back in the strike zone. Because he's missing in the same spot every pitch.
Here's Ramirez. Righetti back in the dugout. These Giants fans are trying to help Lincecum out. Ramirez
walked in the first inning. Same spot.
Same spot.
And a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And that was a gift. Set the target on the outside corner. A nice frame job there for Posey. But that was a thank you very much strike.
Two balls and 1 strike.
He's not thinking corner. He's just thinking throw it across the middle. This is when you're totally at the mercy of the hitter.
Look out. It's 3-1. Three and 1 to Aramis Ramirez. 3-2.
Break the ball just to get in the strike zone.
Runners will be on the move. Foul back.
Ooh, that was a hanger.
I mean, at this point, he doesn't even care.
No. Just throw something up there to make him swing the bat.
He made a line drive at somebody.
Put the pressure on him.
Out to right field. Blanco puts it away. Turns out Lincecum turns into Houdini. It remains 3-0.
Time now for Subway Eat Fresh. Ask Crew Kai. Visit csnbayarea.com and ask us a question. We're going to answer one again. This one comes from Anna from Carmel Valley. What does it mean when a player is seeing the ball well? Smoothie?
All right, Anna, I'm going to say this very slowly. It means that the hitter is seeing the ball well. Now it means that the ball's a little bit bigger. You're seeing it well. It's, you know, the Hall of Famers, they saw it well all the time. The ball was a little bigger. When you're not seeing the ball well, it's a little smaller. Pagan right now has got a 17-game hitting streak. He's seeing the ball well, except on that pitch.
When a guy gets in a streak, well, we're seeing sunsets well. That's what we're seeing right now. Wow. Golden Gate Bridge. Come on.
Pagan hitting .250. Belt. And then Arias. Outside 1-2.
Changeup. So he's introduced just about all of what he will feature. And Greinke's got a good feel for everything that he throws tonight. So I wouldn't expect a lot of walks from him.
Hit on the ground up the middle. Weeks to his right. Makes the play. One out, and here's Belt. A good look at AT Park from the upper deck down the left field line. That is not from the blimp. That is.
That's just spectacular. And the best part about it is we get to live here. That is very cool.
Here's Belt hitting .292. Had a couple of hits yesterday. Two balls and no strikes. Good shot down the right field line as Belt swings and misses.
And watch the mechanics. Comes to a balance point. Hips are cocked. Now he drops that foot. The hand is in proper position. And look at the extension right out over his front foot. Perfect mechanics. Perfect mechanics simply means a guy is in control and he's able to repeat that stroke. And that allows him to command the strike zone, which is what he has done.
And Belt takes the walk. To get it back.
Well, time now for McDonald's True Stories. We go back to May 4th, 1967. That's when Mike McCormick posted his first victory for the Giants since 1962 and launched his Cy Young Award campaign with a 3-1 decision at New York. 40 starts, 22-10, 2.85 ERA, 14 complete games, 5 shutouts. He got 90% of the votes, and he became the Cy Young Award winner in 1962.
Here's
Beat Jim
Arias.
Bunning and Fergie Jenkins for the Cy Young.
Sorry, Mike. Here's Arias, who takes a strike. Arias hitting .316. Oh yeah, he's got the spirit.
Yeah. Just take your gray beard, paint it orange.
1 for 3 lifetime against Zach Greinke. Low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Foul. Here's the 1-1. Belt goes, swinging a shot on the ground. Weeks goes to second, out there, out at first, double play. It remains 3-0.
Giants baseball on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Provident Credit Union. Provident Credit Union's Super Reward Checking is better than free. They pay you.
It's a 3-0 lead for Milwaukee. Milwaukee's had chances in the first, big chance in the second. As this is hit on the ground to Gillespie, who knocks it down. He'll take his time. 1 out. And here's Jonathan Lucroy, who had the big hit in the first inning, a 2-out single to knock in a pair of runs. This kid's worked pretty hard at being pretty good at third base.
Yeah, he has definitely worked his tail off. He's earned his right to be here. Let's take a look at Brandon Belt. You've got to slide on this play, but if you've ever wondered why we call him the baby giraffe, watch this. Boop.
Here's Lucroy. Silence is golden. 1 ball and no strikes.
Oh, he's got the slide.
There's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
The end of a glorious day on the Bay.
See, Lincecum thinks that that's a strike, and he's not getting it. It's 2-1.
Well, that's the thing about Hickox is that he will bounce around, but Lincecum's been all over the place tonight.
Gets jammed, and Gillespie moves to his right. All right, let's check in with Amy G.
All right, Dwayne, in 2010, the Giants received the Silver Lead certification for their environmental efforts, and tonight PG&E wants to show you why. We're going to show you a retrofitted garlic fries station. The fryers are more sustainable. All the drink cups, carry trays are environmentally friendly. Even the sign was made from compost. You've got to look there at some of the kids from the Valley Arts Science Academy in Fresno. Guys, PG&E is giving them tours of the sustainable programs in place here at AT Park, and I bet they had some garlic fries while they were there.
Yeah, Amy, I'll bet they did. Just like you would have. Ishikawa bounced out to first. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lifts this one to left. Melky Cabrera settles underneath it, and Lincecum with a 1-2-3 third. Burris, Lincecum, Blanco coming up. Our Geico quote of the game by Bob Uecker. Anybody with ability can play in the big leagues. To last as long as I did with the skills I had, with the numbers I produced, was a triumph of the human spirit.
You know, he makes fun of his career, but he was an outstanding receiver.
Here's Burris. One of my favorite Bob Uecker lines, he used to tell it on Johnny Carson all the time, was when he signed, he said there was a significant bonus involved, and his old man just didn't have that kind of cash.
Yeah, he's exactly how you would imagine him being. He's hysterical.
Oh, my goodness.
We played golf with him a few years ago in Arizona. We were out for 18 holes.
He didn't get warmed up till about the third hole, and that was it. 1-1 to Burris with Lincecum to follow. Burris hitting .260. He was on Johnny Carson close to 100 times. In tight, 2 balls and 1 strike. Off the line at third is Ramirez. Burris rolls this one to Weeks, and Weeks will make the play. One thing Greinke's doing is he's getting those left-handed hitters to try to pull the ball, and consequently a lot of ground balls to the right side.
And the one base hit the Giants have was an opposite field base hit by Melky Cabrera in the first, and that's what you have to do. You have to take what he gives you.
So here's Lincecum, 1 for 8 on the season. Blanco to follow. There's a strike to make it 1-2. Got him. Second strikeout. Blanco opened up the bottom of the first for the Giants with a ground ball to Ishikawa. If you just joined us, Lincecum could not find the strike zone in the first inning. Consequently, he hit a batter, he walked 2, had a wild pitch that plated the first run from Milwaukee, and then a 2-out base hit by Jonathan LaCroix to knock in a pair. Blanco takes low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Then in the second inning, he puts himself into trouble, a single and a couple of walks. But he got out of that one without allowing any runs. There's a strike, and it's 1-2.
He's just pounding the low part of the zone, and he's getting that low strike from Hickox. Hey, must be in the front row. It's got to be a Uecker fan, right?
Yep, absolutely. 1-2 pitch. Here it is. And that's too low. All right. Girls are here and they're ready.
Gamer babes.
Siri. Good seats. Blanco out looking to end the inning. So 2 strikeouts looking, 3 total for Greinke. It's 3-0.
on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Swing away for big league cash only at Cache Creek. Visit cachecreek.com for details.
3-0 Milwaukee. Fourth inning as Nyjer Morgan will lead it off. He led off the second with a base hit to right field. Lincecum delivers high, so it's 2 balls and no strikes. Greinke to follow. And he gets the call on that pitch, 2-1.
And Nyjer Morgan immediately turned around and said, "That's a little high, isn't it?" Morgan, a Bay Area kid.
Okay, now we're even, 3-1.
See, that's the thing that drives you crazy. And it was a strike, and in Lincecum's mind, that's a strike. He goes back to it, doesn't get it. Now he's going, what the heck's going on?
Three and 2. And this is fouled out of play.
Has not been easy for Lincecum. It never is when you do not have the command of your pitches.
Bounced on the ground. Burris. 1 out.
Well, as Nyjer Morgan heads back to the Brewers dugout, what do you say we ask our trivia question? It's brought to you by AT&T. And the question tonight: Ryan Braun and Prince Fielder finished 1 and 3 in the 2011 National League MVP race. Name the last National League teammates to finish 1-2.
Here's Greinke. Greinke with a sacrifice bunt in the second inning. Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2.
That's a good breaking ball right there.
Good look from above. And Greinke got a piece of that, and I don't know how. Gomez to follow, and Greinke hooks. So don't throw that one again.
No. That was a loud contact. You don't want to hear that.
Oh, and 2. He will hit that inside pitch. He's pulled 2 of them that I don't believe have even been strikes. Oh, yeah. Loosened up the crowd over there. Foul at the plate.
Start kind of feels like the one he had in New York, where he really labored with his command. Had 100 pitches after 5 innings.
And he got him.
So all he had to do was get to that outside corner. And he finally got a curveball over there. It was a nice pitch. Third strikeout for Lincecum. All have been swinging strike throughs.
Gomez is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch to open up the game. Out into left center field, into Park. Pagan. And another 1-2 inning for Lincecum. Gillespie, Cabrera, Posey coming up.
presented by authority of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LP.
What do you say we answer our trivia question brought to you by AT&T? Question tonight. Ryan Braun of Prince Fielder finished 1-3 in the 2011 National League MVP race. Name the last National League teammates to finish 1-2. Norzer base hit? Well, 2000 it was Jeff Kent and Barry Bonds. And these are the numbers. They both had bomber years, and it was a close vote. And they were an amazing 1-2 punch. I miss those guys. You see the handprints of Barry Bonds. And that's where he hit number 756, August 7th of 2007.
All right. We do have some. Aoki is in the game. So is Morgan, and Gillespie lines it foul. So Gomez is out of the game.
Norchika Aoki in left field. And he came on the field late, so this just happened right there as the inning was ending. That Carlos Gomez had to leave the game.
So Morgan is in center, Aoki in left. 0-1 to Connor Gillespie.
Now they had the pitch right, they just didn't have the location right.
Fouled out of play.
Let's watch Gomez going up the line here. And there could be a left hamstring. He was grabbing it.
Oh, 0-2 to Gillespie. Got him. 4th strikeout now for Zach Greinke.
That's a good hard slider, and he really helps himself. And he puts that thing right at the back foot of the left-handed hitter. And as quick and as late as the break is on that slider, I mean, it's tough to lay off. It really is. Especially if you're Connor Gillespie and you're seeing it for the first time.
Melky Cabrera lined a single to left field in the first inning. Guys have had 2 base runners, a single by Cabrera, a walk to Belt. This is bounced to Weeks, and Weeks will make the play. Hitting the road and can't watch the Giants on Comcast Sportsnet area? We'll take the Giants with you on MLB.TV. Subscribe to MLB.TV today. Visit sfgiants.com to order and get more details. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. Here's Buster Posey with 2 outs. Buster Posey struck out in the first inning. Under his hands, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pagan to hit if Posey reaches. And this is slowly hit to third. Barehanded by Aramis Ramirez. And a nice throw, and that'll end the inning.
Through 4 innings, it remains 3-0 Milwaukee.
Back to the broadcast. We have a new Amy G's Giants exclusive up and ready for you at csnbarrie.com. It is brought to you by GoPro cameras. I sat down with Gregor Blanco today because of the day he had yesterday. Gentlemen, he talks about how the slap hit is his secret weapon. And did you know that Gregor can predict the future? Find out the message that he shared with Melky Cabrera before he got on base 4 times yesterday. Amy G's Giants exclusive, csnbarrie.com. Gentlemen.
All right, we look forward to that inning as Weeks will lead it off. 3-0 Milwaukee. Weeks has walked twice. Fouled at the plate, 0-1. Here's the guy that's been struggling the most, and Lincecum has not been able to throw him something to hit.
2 walks. You're right. I mean, the guy who's struggling, you want to make him swing the bat. But starts it off this inning with a first pitch strike curveball, so that's a good start.
Fouled out of play. It's 0-2. I mentioned earlier that Weeks has not had a good road trip. He's 2 for 19. On the ground, a 1-hopper to Gillespie. 1 out.
It's funny how road trips go. I mean, if you have 19 at bats and you've got 11 hits, you're sleeping good. The food tastes good. You're sightseeing. You're taking strolls. Seeing the skies blue. It's a wonderful life. You're 2 for 19. Well, you're not living like that.
Oh, no.
You're not sleeping good. You can't taste the food. You can't even tell what city you're in.
Nobody's buying you dinner. Nothing's on sale. 0-1 to Hart. Hart swings and misses. The road trip so far for the Brewers has gone 2-4. Downtown San Francisco. Inside to Corey Hart, 1-2. Two and 2. Hart goes about 6-7, so he's got a pretty big strike zone. But that pitch clearly high. to the backstop on the check swing. Cubs beat the Dodgers today in Chicago. Arizona beat the Mets in New York. Rockies and Braves are tied 7-7 in the 8th inning in Colorado. Hart takes strike 3 call, and he knew it. 2 outs. So Lincecum has not allowed a base runner since the walk to Hart in the 2nd.
That's 9 in a row. I mean, you can't run up there and put that fastball in a better spot than that. And he's had a first pitch strike to 6 of the last 8 hitters, so he is definitely righted his ship. Just hope that his teammates can pick him up for the first inning.
On the ground to Arias, and Arias will take his time. And Lincecum with another 1-2-3 inning. Angel Pagan will bat first. Corona Beach Club is your piece of paradise here at AT&T Park. Enjoy the first round of beers on Corona and the Giants. Enjoy the front row view of the game from on-field premium seats. There are only a handful of games still available for the 2012 season. Here's the number to call: 415-972-2298. Looks like that could be lots of fun.
Yeah, it does look like a good time. Oh, yeah.
Pagan, Belt, Arias. 5th inning. 2 base runners for the Giants. That's it. Pagan taking a breaking ball. Oh, check that, a fastball low. 1 ball and no strikes. Up the middle, an 18-game hitting streak for Pagan.
You know, he makes it look so controlled. And if you look at the lower part of his swing, start with his leg, and look at how early he gets that foot down. Now there's his base. Now he's able to control the bat head, and he's been using the middle of the diamond. You see the hips throw, and just really rotates around and allows himself really a good look at the ball, and that's been his secret through this hot streak.
Here's Belt. Belt takes a strike, a late call strike by Ed Hickok. Yeah, the Texan gloves seem to be working.
They're wearing them out.
We might need some of those for our next trip. A couple of cold cities.
Could happen. Phoenix and Los Angeles. Do we even need to bring a coat?
Oh yeah, we'll be bringing ties too, baby.
Belt takes low to even the count.
You can see all the way out to the inner and outer Richmond. Presidio Heights out here, Pack Heights, Marina. Beautiful.
Pagan had a little bit of a lean. And now he'll ask for time to clean out the dirt in his trousers. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pagan leaning. Pagan going. Swinging a line drive into center field, a base hit. Pagan picks up the ball at the last second. He will trot over to third. So the Giants with some action here in the 5th inning.
Action indeed. Single. And really, Bruce Bochy was talking about this team doesn't have a lot of power now. But they can keep the line moving. Walks and knocks. Another control at bat. We've seen Brandon Belt use the middle of the diamond a lot through this hot streak. And that swing at the bat there puts him over 300 now on the year. Belt at 306. Picked the ball up, sees it's in center. Now he's going over. And an easy take at third. Just glides in.
So here's Arias. Arias hit into a double play in the 2nd inning. He pops this one back. LaCroix will take a look. It'll be out of play. And Arias looked like he had a pretty good pitch to hit.
Yeah, he's a good hitter middle away. I mean, he's got great extension. He'll take sliders off the plate away knee high, and he'll drive them to right field and has no problem getting to it. He's a long arm swinger.
Look out. That almost hit Arias. 1 ball and 1 strike. Arias might have been leaning a little bit. You see Blackley getting loose. Lincecum's due to hit this inning. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
I mean, that slider and the way that it breaks, it kind of reminds you of John Smoltz, the same type of break angle, and how late and explosive it is. It's not quite as hard velocity-wise, but I mean, the look and the shape of it really does remind you of a Smoltz slider.
If they're going to go in the same spot, and Arias this time got a piece.
Smoltz was not the best slider I've ever seen, but it was close. Rob Nin had the best slider I've ever seen. When he could throw that thing at 93 miles an hour, that's not right.
One and two. They come in and it's bounced to third and into the hole. A base hit for Arias. Coming in to score is Pagan, and the Giants are on the board.
Now that's how they're built. For them to have a big inning, they're going to have to do this: string hits together. If you run into one on occasion, knock it out, that's great. But if you go up there and try and hit home runs, it's going to put you in a funk. Do this, find a hole. Nice two-strike at bat, just under the glove of Ramirez.
I mean, Greinke's thinking, look, I got 2 ground balls and a ball that's hit towards the end of the bat. And here's Emmanuel Burris. Burris bounced out in the third, and he takes wide, 1 ball and no strikes. Well, a base hit here would set it up nice for Lincecum. Or a walk. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
That's Travis Blackley's warming up as if Burris does get on base. You might see a pinch hitter here.
Three and 0.
It's not been easy these last 3 days for Bruce Bochy. He's running out of patience. He wants the offense to crank it up. He wants to see some crooked numbers go up on that board.
Almost automatic. It's 3 and 1. Three straight hits here in the 5th inning. See what Burris can do here if it comes into the strike zone. Tops it. Ishikawa. Both runners will advance. Lincecum being called back, and it's going to be Nate Sherholtz. So after a couple of weird innings for Lincecum, the first allowing 3, the second getting out of it, he really settled down. Did not allow a base runner in innings 3, 4, and 5.
No, he really threw well the last 3 innings. And the difference is he got command of his stuff. And I mean, that's not easy to do, to battle through a lost release point like he had the first 2 innings. But through it all, they only got 2 hits off him. The rock pile from the blimp. Ed Hickok's breaking it up. Well, Giants fans, be the first to get final scores on your favorite team sent directly to your phone. And all you have to do is text Giants to 82653 to receive Giants final score alerts.
So Rick Kranitz back in to the dugout as here's Nate Sherholtz, and Sherholtz takes inside as LaCroix knocks it down.
CSNBayArea.com to get those text alerts. Your interactive mobile leader for Giants baseball all season long.
1-0 to Nate Sherholtz. Look out. Heads up in the seats. It's a ball and a strike.
We have a winner, and everybody's fine. Wow. You talk about getting sawed off.
Sherholtz had a disappointing pinch hit appearance yesterday, and I'm sure that he's thinking about it. One and 2. Lincecum watching.
He's definitely got some positives to take out of the start. Right now, all he's worried about is Nate Sherholtz trying to tie this game up.
Got him. You knew eventually he was going to get to that pitch, right?
Yeah, did a good job of saving that slider for the payoff. He gets count leverage on you 0-2. He doesn't have to throw a strike. He bounces it right there between home plate and the catcher. And you're seeing it for the first time in that scenario. That's rough.
Here's Blanco. Blanco is bounced out and struck out. So remaining at third is Belt. At second is Arias. And that's wide. 1 ball and no strikes. Outside corner to even the count.
That's a pitcher strike right there. We talked about the width that Hickox will give guys on both sides of the plate outside. Both sides being a right-handed or a left-handed pitcher, he'll get that outside, that third base side. And pitch you to a right-handed hitter, the first base side, you'll get some width there. And that last strike was a wide strike.
Gillespie to follow. First base is open. 2 balls and a strike to Blanco. Belt is at third. At second is the potential tying run, Joaquin Arias. Shot. Morgan got a good jump and he puts it away to end the inning. So a nice at bat for Blanco. Giants are on the board. As Arias' base hit knocks in a run. It's 3-1 Milwaukee.
Is brought to you by the Solar Company. Call 877-60-SOLAR for a free analysis or visit thesolarco.com.
Good shot of the Bay Bridge. Here it's 3-1 Milwaukee. Is Travis Blackley will throw to Alex Gonzalez, and the first pitch is down low. It's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
The numbers for Travis Blackley had a very nice outing against the Marlins. 2 goose eggs, he said. He was happy with it. And what we saw from Blackley was a fastball between 88 and 91 miles per hour. He had a curveball, slider. Both were very sharp in his debut. He has a changeup to go with it. He had been starting down in Fresno.
And another strike to make it 1-2. That's a good looking lid. I haven't seen that one before.
Candlestick Park, San Francisco.
Swing and a miss. Gonzalez is gone. Well, the news you want when you want it. Get breaking news, weather updates, and the day's top stories right in your hand. Download the NBC Bay Area app for iPhone, iPad, or your Android device today. See that hat, that candlestick hat?
Yeah.
Only pitchers could possibly wear that.
Greatest place on the planet to pitch.
This is hit out into right center field. Pagan, a long run, and Pagan can't get it. Lucroy is thinking about 3. Burris's throw is offline. And for a catcher, Lucroy got around the bases pretty quickly.
This isn't the first time he's impressed us with his speed. He's a good athlete. Takes a fastball away and just backspins it right over the head of Pagan. Let's watch him go right on the blocks. He's thinking he's got a chance. Once it splits the gap, he's knowing there's an extra bag out there. And for a guy who makes his living out of a squat, it's pretty good wheels right there.
Very good wheels. Giants will have to play the infield in with Travis Ishikawa at the plate. And the pitch is up and in. Ishikawa is bounced out and he's flied out. And a squeeze play is on, and Ishikawa lays it out in front of home plate. Posey picks it up, and they got him. Now Belt had to scurry back. The run comes in on the suicide squeeze, and it's 4-1.
He almost didn't get it out far enough. Posey thought he could go out and come back. And once his footing gave away, he had to settle for the only I could get. But Ishikawa was an outstanding bunter. Ron Renicky, the skipper of the Brewers, knows it. And he has not impressed his skipper with his swing of late, so he's going to put on a bunt, and they get it done.
So the Brewers get that run back. 2 outs. Here's Niger Morgan. Morgan lifts it to left. He hits it very well. And Melky Cabrera is going to track it down. And that'll end the inning. A run for the Brewers. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's 4-1 Milwaukee.
Back to AT Park. As you know, former Giant Travis Ishikawa here with the Brewers. He was part of that 2010 World Series team, and Bruce Bochy talked about him today. Said that he did such a good job in the role that they had him in. He was a very big part of the Giants' success. I also spoke with Travis, who said he was glad to be back. San Francisco meant a lot to him, and he learned a lot here. He said he'd be lying if he told me that it didn't mean something to come back to AT Park, but mostly he's just glad to be playing baseball. Gentlemen?
And with the injury to Gamble, he's going to see a lot of playing time. Gillespie, Cabrera, Posey facing Zach Greinke, who's thrown 75 pitches. Giants opened up the 5th inning with 3 straight hits. They'll try to do the same here in the 6th. And a strike to Gillespie, who's bounced out and struck out.
No gloves.
Yeah, the heck with that. 0 for 2. Get rid of them.
I agree. Those gloves do not have any hits in them. Gone. No batting gloves this time.
1 for 5 since he's been called up to the major leagues. The 1-2. Right there, the World Series parade. It ended right there, and then the ceremony started right on those steps.
Oh, at nighttime they had lit up orange lights.
Base hit, left field. Sometimes it's good to get jammed. It is.
You're going to see a lot of that for Gillespie. Well, come out to AT Park and celebrate Carnival on May 16th. Watch the Giants take on the Cardinals. Your special ticket package will include a pregame Carnival party, a Pablo Sandoval Chia Fro.
Come on.
Partial proceeds from this event will benefit the San Francisco Cultural Arts Tradition. Get your tickets, 415-972-2298. That was awesome.
Here's Cabrera. Can you say that again? That was just too good. I want to get one of those.
The Panda Chia.
Cabrera lined to left for a base hit in the 1st, bounced out in the 4th. Here looked like he might be taking all the way.
All right, there you go. I'll tell you what. Yep. See, the Panda can pull anything off.
Oh, I'll bet Panda wants a box full of those. The 1-1. Out of play, 1-2.
Got a man making a play. Oh, yeah. And they didn't even know each other until that foul ball went up there.
That is awesome.
How cool is that?
Yep.
It's the power of the foul ball.
Could be playable. Although Ramirez decided that it. He wanted somebody else to try to catch it.
That was one of the better reactions we've seen when a little one gets a foul ball. Thank you, dude.
So that gentleman gave it to that kid, right?
Yep.
1-2 to Melky Cabrera. Line drive, base hit. This might split it. It does. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Melky Cabrera on the move. Coming in to score is Gillespie. Cabrera will be held up at 3rd.
That's official. The crowd's into it now.
A 3-bagger and an RBI for Melky.
He saw that early. He waited well. And Corey Hart knew that thing was going to scoop. And that is right darn near the heart of Triples Alley. And watch him go.
He runs good. Here's Posey. Down low, 1 ball and no strikes. A strikeout in the first inning. A slowly hit ball to third where Ramirez made a nice play to throw out Buster Posey. Swinging a foul right at home plate. That might have got Luke Croy.
Trying to jam him. They're staying in on the hands with the target. Lincecum went in, got a new sweatshirt on. And now he's cheering his teammates on.
Move around. Everybody keeps standing in front of him. All right, I'll take care of that. 1 ball and 1 strike.
There's his bodyguards.
Posey, base hit, right field. It's now a 4-3 game.
After they trailed, pounded his hand with fastballs. They threw a little lazy breaking ball. Kind of hung right out over the plate. And Posey with the inside-out approach throws it to right field. Time now for. It is the 6th inning. It's time for a Coors Light freeze cam. And that's Angel Pagan extending his hitting streak like he's done up the middle the opposite way. Coors Light freeze cam brought to you by Frostbrewed Coors Light, the most refreshing beer.
Well, it was an important hit because it got things going for the Giants in the 5th inning, as was Gillespie's hit here in the 6th. So here's Pagan facing Zach Greinke for the 3rd time. And Pagan bluffs a bunt. 1 ball and no strikes. Belt is on deck. We got activity in the bullpen.
18-game hitting streak, the longest in the big leagues right now. If there's a better balanced hitter in the game right now, I want to see it.
And that's lifted out of play. That was pitch number 90 for Greinke.
Oh, yeah, she got it.
No.
Nice going, Mary. That away.
1 ball and 1 strike to Pagan. Nobody out. 2 runs in. They're going to come into Pagan, and that's where it is, and it's 2-1.
Trying to plant that cut right on his hand. You got Cameron Lowe now starting to get greased up for the Brewers.
Belt to follow. Posey with his lead at first. Ishikawa holding him tight. On the ground, diving is Ramirez. He will throw from his knees, and they got him. Ed Rapuano with a call, and Bruce Bochy's coming out.
Oh, he missed that one badly. And I agree with the Angel. No way. We'll see this one. And he beat it. You might see Bochy get run here. He's hot.
Well, you kind of get the feeling Rapuano knew he blew it.
Now Pagan's got every right to be upset. one more look. I mean, clearly, it ain't even close. But at the very least, it is a productive out. It does move Posey up in the scoring position for Belt.
Here's Belt. Belt has been on base twice. A walk and a single. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Whoa, to the backstop, and here comes Buster Posey. He will move over to third.
And that changes everything for Greinke.
And for Belt.
Greinke, skipper for the Brewers, is bringing that infield in. And you're right, it does change everything for Belt. It becomes a strikeout situation for Greinke. You can see the Brewers pull it in. Pagan is steamed, and he's got every right to be.
Up and in. And it's 2 balls and a strike to Brandon Belt.
That has been ruled a pass ball on Jonathan Lucroy.
Really? 2-1. 3-1. Well, maybe he doesn't care if he walks Belt.
Well, I don't think he knows Belt because he's nibbling.
Yeah, you're right.
There's Lowe, the big sinker ball.
Belt on the ground underneath the glove of Weeks, and this game is tied. Well, a play that should have been made. The Giants catch a break.
You're right. They're going to rule an error on Weeks. It scoots under his glove. You don't have a lot of time when you're pulled in. The ball hit sharp in a 2-hopper, and it just never came up. So it's not a base hit. They've ruled it an error, and that's going to be it for Greinke.
Greinke, who cannot get a win on the road. When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. New pitcher. We'll be back. And the day's top stories right in your hand. Download the NBC Bay Area app for iPhone, iPad, and your Android device, and do it today. Giants have tied it up. It's 4-4. And here's Joaquin Arias facing Cameron Lowe.
Well, when it's time for a change, thinks PD Oil Change and Tune Up, your oil change tune up and smog experts. And Cameron Lowe is a big fella, 6'8", 250, with a heavy sinker.
There's a strike to Joaquin Arias. Arias singled in the first run for the Giants. He did that in the 5th inning.
Lowe, 10th time he's come in, 1-0 with a 2.45 ERA. Heavy sink. He's got a slider and a changeup, or a curveball rather, to go with that sinker. But he's a ground ball guy.
Tops this one to Ramirez. The play will be made at first. Belt goes to second. And here's Emmanuel Burris.
He feels a little bit better now that the score is tied, but he's still steamed. He hadn't blinked since he's come back into that dugout. Angel Pagan's hot.
Burris is 0 for 2 with a couple of ground balls. Giants have the potential lead run at second base. The defense, especially in left, not playing Burris very deep, so that would be cause for a close play at home. In right, Corey Hart is playing just about straight away.
Yeah, they got the big arm with Corey Hart in right. But you figure with 2 outs, Brandon Bell at second base is going to get a good jump if the ball's hitting the outfield. And that ball just bottomed out. Cameron Lowe with the Cal State Northridge, California kid.
Here's the 1-1 to Burris, and Burris trying to bunt his way on, bunts it foul. Probably not the way to go about getting your name in the newspaper the next day.
Well, with 2 outs, runner score position, that's not a time to bunt. We should be trying to knock that run in. The guy bunts that situation. I don't think he's got a lot of confidence at the plate.
Or he didn't like what he saw from Cameron Lowe. It's 1-2. Two and two. Giants looking for a 2-out hit here in the 6th. Slowly hit. Lowe better hurry. Not in time.
Just even it up. There's your make good right there. And now here comes Ron Renicky. And you know what he's saying?
We're absolutely saying.
Okay, we're good. That's what Angel Pagan said. Let's take a look. Was he safe? He was not.
So Ryan Terrio's going to get the at-bat.
Hey, that's the way it should be. Pagan digging it. Hey, yo, Ed. We're good.
Ron Renicky is a good guy. We played with Renicky, and he said the same thing we just said. Ed Rapuano's thinking, you know what? I woke up this morning and I just knew it was going to be a good day. I did not know I was going to be 0 for 2.
Yeah, he's agonizing right now. He went over to Roberto Kelly and they'll ask him, did I blow it? And Roberto will tell him, you did.
Yeah.
So now he knows that the 2 calls that he has not made correctly, and he is.
I mean, look, you can tell that he's
agonizing.
He is. So that puts Belt at third, it puts Burris at first, and it puts Theriot at the plate. Low. And the other thing, you know, Ed Rapuano, he's upset because he knows that everybody's thinking, I evened it out.
Yeah, well, we are. He's not a bad guy, and he's not a bad umpire.
But if you say that about an umpire, they don't appreciate that.
No. They do not. They just want to get it right.
They do.
And that's why he's agonizing.
Theriot's ahead in the count 2-0. The lead run at third, Belt. Big chopper, and Ramirez has got it on the short hop, and that'll end the inning. Giants score 3 times here in the 6th inning. It is a 4-4 ball game. It's a new game. We'll be back.
Is someone driving a truck on the upper deck? No way!
Here's our Toyota game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Jonathan Lucroy had the big hit in the first inning. He also has a triple. Zach Greinke could not hold on to a 4-1 lead. Lincecum weird the first couple of innings, but then settled down. Both pitchers with no decisions. And we've got a new pitcher here in the 7th inning. And it's going to be Clay Hensley. And when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
12th game that Hensley has been in, and you'll see him a lot. He's a workhorse. 1-2, 1.17 ERA. Hensley throw a sinker, and his velocity will be between 85 and 90. More 85s than 90s. Curveball, slider, changeup.
Facing Brooks Conrad, the pinch hitter, and Conrad takes a strike. This is the same Brooks Conrad. And a quick 0-2.
if you remember, used to be an Atlanta Brave.
And that pitch squirts through the legs of Buster Posey. This young lady is from Milwaukee, and we see this all the time when we go to Milwaukee at Miller Park. They've got the secret stadium saws. I've actually snuck a couple into my bag, and it's in our refrigerator at home. 2-2.
Well, that's good. Yep.
Especially good on chicken or ribs. Also, sausages, pizza, cheese, brats,
eggs, donuts, Oreos.
Conrad with a good swing at that pitch, which was up, and it's 2-2. Yeah, see.
She's got her Brewers t-shirt on. She's got her secret sauce.
That's the old Brewers logo.
That is a Lady Cheesehead right there, folks.
Yeah. Put it on Pringles. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now it's a full count. Hensley does not want to walk the leadoff hitter after the Giants tied this game up. Romo as he heads down to the bullpen. Payoff pitch. Here it is to Brooks Conrad. Hit on the ground. Belt. Fair ball. 1 out. 2010 Game 3 NLCS. NLCS that is. And Brooks Conrad could not get the handle. Everybody's safe. Dropped the pop-up. This was nightmare with a capital N. And it had everything to do with the Giants winning that game.
Yeah, you're right. Everything to do with them moving on to the next level, and that was the NLCS against the Phillies. But I'll tell you one thing I'll never forget. The next day you went out there and the fans in Atlanta gave that guy a standing ovation.
They did, because they know he wore it. I mean, he stayed, he answered all the questions. On the ground under the glove. Burris on the backhand. Strong throw in the dirt, and Belt couldn't hang on. Otherwise they'd have had him. That'll be a base hit.
Well, aerial coverage brought to you tonight by the Hangar One blimp, made here in California in an actual aircraft hangar. See the Embarcadero.
Here's Weeks. Weeks is 0 for 1. At the knees, and it's 0-1. Oki, the runner at first. Belt will hold him tight. And Hensley looking for the double play ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 to Weeks. Weeks runs pretty well. He's got a lot of power. Takes a strike, 1-2. Corey Hart to follow. Seventh inning here at AT Park. Another sellout crowd. Hensley nods to Buster Posey. And a toss to first.
Ballpark's playing pretty live right now to right field, and you don't normally see carry to that side of the field at night. And you can see the flags are pretty quiet. That's an indication that there's no wind coming back into the field that keeps balls with backspin from right-handed hitters from going out. But right now you got carry that way.
Runner goes. Bouncing ball. Arias has it. He throws from his knees to Belt. Not in time. Well, if the runner hadn't been going, the Giants would have had a force play at second.
All right, let's check out the play. I mean, Arias makes a good effort here from the knees, a one-hopper. And indeed, Weeks was safe, and that was called correctly. And then here comes Bochy.
So it's going to be Romo coming in. It's time for a change thing speedy. Oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Romo in, Hensley out. We'll be back. At 10:30 tonight, right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area, John Henry Smith and Mindy Bach. They'll do the honors behind the desk. Jamie Sire. She'll have reactions to this game. 30 Giants in 30 days. Melton Cabrera tonight and the National League West highlight. Highlight here will be Romo going after Corey Hart. Down the left field line, but this is going to hook foul. And Corey Hart, he was not waiting around, and maybe take a look to see if this first pitch breaking ball was up.
Yeah, kind of at the end of the bat. You take a look at the numbers for Romo's ninth time he's come into a game, rather 1-0 on the year. Numbers are good. More walks than we're used to seeing with him. I mean, he's usually a no walk guy. Last year he had 70 strikeouts and 5 walks. And that had a little float to it, and it was up. You don't want to make mistakes up to Hart. He's got good power. I mean, I know he swung through it, but throwing hanging sliders is not a great way to make a buck.
There's a better one, 1-2. Ramirez to follow. A couple of infield hits here in the 7th inning. We've put 2 runners on, Aoki and Weeks. On the ground, foul. In the 11th inning in Denver, Eric Hinsky hit a 2-run home run. So it's 9-7 Atlanta. Right here, it's a 4-4 game. The 1-2 count to Corey Hart. Get out to center field. Pretty good ride. Pagan is going to put it away. As Weeks is going to tag, so will the lead runner, Aoki. 2 outs, runners at second and third. And that'll bring up Aramis Ramirez.
He just missed it. And I guess lament that he has walking back into that Brewers dugout. Paul just got out on the end of the bat a bit.
Probably didn't miss it in Milwaukee.
Yeah, you're right.
Not out of the woods yet. Here's Ramirez.
Got a base open here.
0-1.
Oh, that was perfect. Now you can go wide with it and hope he follows. He's faced him 5 times. He's got 1 hit against Romo. Struck him out twice.
Base hit. Weeks will be the back runner to score, and it's 6-4.
Boy, Nori.
So the 2 infield hits eventually come around to score, and it's now back to a 2-run lead.
He set up in that inside corner. I mean, it's right to the glove. And Ramirez just digs it out. And that one hurt.
Well, here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez is 0 for 3. Looking for that shutdown inning and couldn't get it. Down low, 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, now you got to get your concentration back to the plate. I think that's one of the hardest things to do when you're a late inning relief guy. You give up a hit that costs your team the lead. Now you've got to regroup. And it's not easy.
Right below the club level. 1 ball and 1 strike. Both runs will be charged to Hensley. Check swing roller, and that'll end the inning. 2 runs on 3 hits. Top of the order coming up, 6-4 Milwaukee. Time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Jose Veras, and 2-1 on the year, 6.30 ERA, and his slider, which has always been his outpitch, has been a little flat. He's got a big fastball. It'll go 93, 95 miles per hour. He's got a slider and a changeup, but that slider is usually the one that is his kill pitch, and it has not been predictable, and that explains the high ERA.
Here's our AT&T U-verse replay. Gregor Blanco's adventure on the base pads. Go to baseball, yeah. Yesterday. Blanco gets up. He'll stay on the ground very long. Time on ground, short.
And they asked about after the game. He said, "Sniper got me."
So Blanco will bat first. Giants again in the catch-up mode. And a strike to Blanco. He's 0 for 3 tonight. He did hit a line drive to center field with runners in scoring position in the 5th.
He really is a gamer babe from Half Moon Bay.
Absolutely.
Well, we do that.
0-1 to Blanco, Gillespie, and then Melky Cabrera. Breaking ball, 0-2. So this does not look like the guy that has walked 8.
Well, his first 2 pitches, he's gone out there and he's painted.
And Blanco strikes out.
Good curveball right there. Ferris, big fella, 6'6", 250. 31 years old. This is his 5th year at the big league level.
Here's Gillespie, 1 for 3. Started the 6th inning off with a base hit, and the Giants end up scoring 3 times. So 4 straight strikes from Veras.
And they've all been quality strikes. They've been corner pitches, and when he had the 0-2 leverage, he dropped a nasty curveball that he got Blanco to swing over the top of.
Ah, a flaw.
A ball.
One ball and 1 strike. In at third is Ramirez. Two and one.
Man, that was a changeup.
Atlanta holds on to beat the Rockies 9-8. Two and one. Foul back. It's now 2-2.
Well, look at Willie Mays Plaza from the blimp. 24 palm trees that are out front of this ballpark. 3rd and King.
Lit up.
Beautiful.
2-2 to Gillespie. And a full count.
Tried the back door. And Hickox is definitely an umpire that'll stay with you on the back door. He hangs in there good on breaking balls. And you'll see a lot of wraparound strikes. Guys come around the outside corner and don't necessarily cross the plate, but if it's caught right, you'll get it.
Gloves or no gloves? What do you think? In this at bat.
No gloves.
He's 1 for 1 with no gloves.
Last at bat, he took the gloves off and he's back to commando.
3-2 to Connor Gillespie.
It's a good swing. I mean, that's a swing built for average. He doesn't have a big load. He's pretty compact. He stays flat, and he can flatten it out down around the knees as well. Head's very still through the swing. It's on that front foot a lot. You'll see that in his swing, which is why you'll see him use that left side of the field a lot.
Good battle going on right now.
But you look at his swing, and it's easy to understand as to why he hit 362 in Fresno and why his whole career in the minor leagues he was a 298 hitter. You do that in professional baseball, you can hit.
Three and two. Got him.
Well, time for Home Depot doing more on defense. We're going to take a look at the fans making a play. And how does it end? Well, a great play always ends the only way it can end, with a kiss. That's our Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Melky Cabrera, couple of hits. Single in the first, a triple in the sixth. And he takes one low and in. 1 ball and no strikes. At the knees to even the count. Buster Posey to follow.
Harris has got a nice rhythm going right now. Bruce Bochy would love to get Buster Posey up this inning and represent the tie and run.
Melky Cabrera down the left field line into the club level.
Oh yeah. Catch foul ball, get a kiss. It's kind of what's happening here on Friday night.
2-2. And a full count. Full count to Gillespie, now a full count to Cabrera.
Well, he's not afraid to throw that breaking ball 3-2. We saw him throw it to Gillespie, and Gillespie got frozen by it.
All back.
94 with Lubert running away. Well, he is hitting the glove. Harris has been impressive. Harris does not look like a guy who's had 8 walks in 10 innings prior to this outing.
And the walk. So here's Buster Posey. RBI single for Buster Posey in the 6th inning. Outside, it's at 95. Cabrera's got a good lead. I don't know if Bruce Bochy has any intentions of sending Cabrera, but he'd get a good jump. Down low, 2-0. And now LaCroix is going to have a word. So good against Blanco and Gillespie, and then the walk to Cabrera.
Yeah, and I think this is what this meeting's about from LaCroix. It's a trust your stuff meeting. So let's go. We have a 2-run lead here. Trust your stuff. It's good. Don't be nibbling.
And Cabrera gets back. Gets the outside corner, maybe a perfect pitch, 2-1.
Well, at 95, right there below the knees on the outside corner. Yeah, that was perfect. He definitely took away the 2-0 advantage that Posey was sitting on there with count leverage. You put that type of location, velocity, and movement on a pitch, man, made a perfect pitch.
High and foul. Ishikawa giving chase. It'll be a souvenir. It's 2-2. Edlifson up in the Giants bullpen. Two and two. Cabrera with his lead. He goes. Swing and a miss. And that'll end the inning. So a high and tight fastball. We'll head to the eighth.
Gregor Blanco's stumble around second base last night. Dwayne and Mike, I went to Gregor today and I asked him about it. I said, what happened? Did you just fall? And he said, no. There was a sniper up in the stands that shot at him, but it only got him in the spikes. So he's all right. And then he kind of changed his story and said he did it on purpose to kind of lighten the mood in the dugout. So you guys decide. You guys got to decide that one.
Well, look, at this point when you see a guy that fast, I believe anything. When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. It'll be Steve Edlifson, who's on the hill An inning and a third. You can see he's allowed to hit a walk, no strikeouts. He's a ground ball guy. He's got a terrific sinker.
Yeah, that's his bread and butter. And when he's right, he will definitely throw ground ball after ground ball. Slider and changeup to go with that sinker.
So here's Jonathan Lucroy. And a pitch wide, 1-0.
You know, he's kind of got a low 3/4. And he kind of gets underneath a pitch at times, but I mean, he's got big time movement. The way he throws it kind of reminded me of when Ryan Wilson was throwing that sinker last year. Same type of release.
And on the ground to short for Arias. So on the second pitch, Lucroy grounds out. We'll get a taste of San Francisco's finest chefs and restaurants at the game against the Rockies on May 14th, 7:15 game. We partnered with San Francisco's premier food festival, SF Chefs. For tickets, call 415-972-2298. Here's Ishikawa. Ishikawa attacks the first pitch and fouls it out of play.
That's a good lid to wear to a ball game. Good changeup.
Low strike, 0-2.
Now, Ishikawa's a low ball hitter. I mean, he's a guy that you'd like to see up there against the sinker ball. But I don't think he's ever even seen that changeup or even knew that Edlifson had that pitch.
In the dirt. One and two to Travis Ishikawa. Bounce foul at the plate. Oh yeah, a lot of conversation. You got the balloon. I think this gentleman was attracted by those balloons.
What was the one deal with that one balloon? Like a turkey neck going there.
And Ishikawa out.
Good changeup, and that's a pitch that has really been effective against lefties for Edlifson.
So you're worried about the what? The one on the right?
Yeah, this one here.
It's going to poke that guy's eye out, isn't it?
A little dangerous. He's very, very comfortable.
Oh, he said, you know what? I'm going to go to the park and I'm going to hope to meet a couple of women with balloons on their heads.
Well, that's mission accomplished.
Nigel Morgan, who takes low.
I think you scratched that off the bucket list.
Morgan is 1 for 3. Lifted out into left field. A long run for Melky Cabrera, and he tracks it down with a very nice catch. So hang with him, Nigel Morgan. All right, Giants need a couple of base runners. Angel Pagan is going to lead things off. It's 6-4 Milwaukee.
Nice play. Sweet spotted that thing.
is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club. Make it a combo with fries and a drink.
6-4 Milwaukee. Bottom of the 8th inning.
There's a new pitcher. When it's time for a change, the Expedia Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. It's going to be Francisco Rodriguez, formerly the closer with the Mets. And he has been a horse this year. 15th game he's come into already. He's the setup man.
And facing Pagan. And Pagan takes a strike. Pagan is 1 for 3. He extended his hitting streak to 18 games with a base hit to lead off the 5th. He waves at that pitch. It's 0-2. Long-time teammates, Pagan and Rodriguez.
Now, no longer does he get the 95-plus fastball. He's 88-91. Or 88s to 91s, but he's still got an excellent breaking ball, and you just saw it, and an excellent changeup. He's got 3 good pitches he can strike you out with.
A little flare and a base hit. Broken bat, and Pagan goes the other way.
That's a magic wand hit right there.
So here's Belt.
Little breaking ball. Little reach out. The only error on the part of Rodriguez is that breaking ball was a bit up.
So here's Belt. And there's that 90-mile-an-hour fastball that Mike's talking about. McCroy goes out to have a word. Belt has been on base 3 times, a walk, a base hit, and then he reached on a Ricky Weeks error. As Santiago Casilla gets up. Pagan goes, and it's a called strike, and Pagan will steal second, his 3rd of the year.
Well, that's a significant play because it takes away the force.
I don't think, judging by Rodriguez's reaction, I don't think he cares at all. I don't think he cares if he steals 3rd right now.
Not. And, you know, strikeout guys can get that way. I mean, it's a long, slow release.
Belt trying to tie it up. It's 1-2. Belt has only faced Rodriguez 1 time and he struck out. And he got him.
So change up, payoff pitch.
Yeah, he waved at it 1 time and knew he was going to see it again.
Like I say, he's got 3 ways he could get you. And if you go out of the strike zone with him, you don't have a lot of chance.
Cunarius is 1 for 3. Boy, he comes at you with a lot of elbows and knees.
I mean, he's one of the slowest out of the stretch in baseball. He's 1.78 seconds. I mean, that's way slow. Average 1.25. But when you strike people out, you don't really care. And all he's really concerned about is that guy in the box. He's not concerned about the guy at second.
It's an underwater swing, 0-2. Oh, 2 to Arias. Pagan's going to go, and there's a little pop-up. And guess what, folks? This is going to have a bad ending. Double play. We will head to the 9th. It's 6-4 Milwaukee.
Some big stories on NBC Bay Area News. For complete sports coverage of your favorite Bay Area teams, turn to NBC Bay Area News at 11.
The Bay Bridge headed to Treasure Island as Cesar Asturias is being announced as the pinch hitter. Asturias hitting 167.
Excellent bunter. Both push, drag, slap.
Yep, hard to tell where they're from. 1 ball and no strikes. This is a shot over Gillespie, and Asturias with the base hit.
John Axford, the closer for the Brewers, getting greased up now. Big Frank Zappa fan.
Here's Aoki. Infield hit in the 7th inning. Asturias goes. Buster Posey's throw on the money, and they got him.
Sit down. Buster Posey, right, with perfect mechanics, a strike, and Arias had all the time in the world to wait for that one.
On the ground to Belt, 2 outs.
That's big time sink right there.
That was good sink. So here's Weeks. Weeks had an infield hit in the 7th. He eventually scored. In the 9th inning for the Giants, it'll be Burris, the pitcher spot, and then Blanco. So the hope is the bottom of that order, there'll be a pinch hitter, of course, will set things up for the guys with some thump. One ball and one strike.
You know, when a guy comes up out of the minor leagues, and you can expect to be a little tight when he first makes a couple of appearances.
Off the end of the bat, and Burris will make the play.
Steve Everett's in his family comfort zone.
Boy, is he ever. Giants need 2 to tie and 3 to go home.
Motorcycle racing returns to Sonoma with the Great Clips West Coast Moto Jam, May 4th through the 6th. Tickets at InfineonRaceway.com.
6-4 Milwaukee. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. It's time for a change to the Expedia Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up at Smog Experts. The new pitcher, the closer for the Brewers, John Axford, the native of Ontario, Canada, and this guy comes loaded for bear. 10th time he's come in, 5 for 5 in save ops, and you're going to look at a fastball that goes 95 and up. Big slider, big curveball, but he throws hard. Last year, Axford, 46 saves for the Brewers.
Burris takes a strike. He's got an active streak of 48 consecutive saves, and that's the 4th longest in Major League history. I'm just trying to point out some of the things you were saying about him. Foul back, 1-2. Throws hard.
Well, then he's due to give it up.
Yeah, he is. One and 2 to Burris. One down in the 9th.
Could not hold up. Mark Carlson, the third base umpire, rings him up. I mean, you're throwing 96, 97 mile an hour fastballs, and you've got to get it started. And it's difficult to stop once you start.
Here's Sanchez. Hector Sanchez Now his job is to get on base. He may be behind the dish tomorrow. And a quick 0-2 to Hector Sanchez. Foul back. Gregor Blanco to follow. 41,082 here tonight. Very high. 1-2.
That's country hardball right there. Had him an 0-2 and just tried to buzz him across the shoulders. Yep, she's ready for a rally. They need base runners. Two and two. Yeah, time to get your rally hat on. No question.
Home plate umpire Ed Hickox is going to say Sanchez went around. 2 down. You recognize that guy?
It's JT Snow's son Shane, who works in the visiting clubhouse, Harvey Hodgson's clubhouse. And tonight they needed a bat boy for the Brewers, and he is that guy.
Known as old number 99.
He'll be in high school next year. There's Shane.
Here's Blanco. Blanco trying to get on for Gillespie. And Gillespie trying to get on for Melky Cabrera. Out to left, a long run for Aoki, and he'll make the running catch, and that's the ball game. So the Giants come back in this one. They trailed 3-0. They trailed 4-1. They tied it up, only to give 2 runs up to the Brewers in the 7th inning.
Well, you got to hand them to the offense. You know, they cranked it up. They're down 4-1 to Zach Greinke, and the fact that they were starting to swing the bats a little bit, I think they're coming out of this funk. But still a tough one to lose when you get the Friday night crowd in here.
All right, final score. It's the Brewers 6 and the Giants 4. Esurance Giants postgame live with interviews and the wrap is coming up. But first, let's go to the Sportsnet Central studio for an update. Thanks for watching San Francisco Giants baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.